On June 1, 2026, the daughters of British actor Anthony Head announced his passing. He was 72 years old. The loss followed a difficult personal period for the family, occurring 6 months after the death of his partner of over 40 years, Sarah Fisher. Medical reports identified the cause of death as complications arising from pneumonia. Public perception often treats pneumonia as a severe winter cold, a temporary setback managed with bed rest. But in older populations, it acts as a lethal systemic threat. While audiences mourned the sudden loss of a performer, the biological reality was the culmination of an acute timeline that systematically targets the most vulnerable. Community-acquired pneumonia, or CAP, attacks the respiratory system directly. The infection inflames the alveoli, the microscopic air sacs in the lungs, filling them with fluid and restricting oxygen flow into the bloodstream. This flowchart tracks a medical cohort study of 648 elderly patients admitted with CAP, documenting a clear path between infection and mortality. In adults over 65, immunosenescence naturally declines the immune system's resilience, leaving the body defenseless against localized infections. The data in this table reveals the impact of that vulnerability. Among the elderly patients admitted for CAP in this study, the in-hospital mortality rate was 48%. For a 72-year-old, a respiratory infection can bypass weakened defenses, turning a localized issue into a catastrophic physiological siege. This analysis shows pneumonia rarely stays confined to the lungs. It frequently triggers acute respiratory distress syndrome, highly correlated with non-survival. The respiratory crisis creates compounding strain. Kidneys often fail under severe oxygen deprivation, leading to acute kidney injury. Clinicians use this nomogram to measure these compounding risks. By scoring clinical variables like age and organ failure, they can visualize how the probability of death spikes as the infection spreads. Even for active individuals, the biological reality of aging involves a hidden fragility when faced with these cascading systemic threats. This magazine article focuses on Head's defining role, Rupert Giles. While the human body is fragile, his on-camera work remains permanent. Head moved past the stuffy librarian stereotype, building a character that served as the show's intellectual center. This specific portrayal, sometimes called the super librarian, bridged the gap between dry academic research and the physical requirements of demon slaying. This performance provided a pop culture image for intelligence. He inspired a level of devotion usually reserved for teen idols, leading to years of fan interest in a character spin-off. By combining authority with obvious lived experience, Head established a model for mentorship that remained a constant for 7 seasons. His later career demonstrated a broad range, from stage revivals of the Rocky Horror Show to lead roles in BBC radio comedies. Years later, he took on another Rupert in Ted Lasso. Instead of a mentor, he played the villainous Rupert Mannion. He was a smug antagonist positioned against the relentless optimism of Jason Sudeikis. He used his natural charm to inhabit a character defined by cold treachery, providing the necessary conflict for Hannah Waddingham's emotional arc. His work across film, theater, and television built a dedicated global audience, leaving behind a body of work that continues to be analyzed and revisited. While the biological realities of age are efficient and unforgiving, the precision of Anthony Head's performances ensures that his work remains a constant in the landscape of modern television.